episode?
Yeah, I seen that.
He want to do the numbers too.
That's cool. Whatever you
Yeah.
Damn fool.
He called me about that Drake joint. We was on the phone for like 2 hours.
Sheesh. Smitty, fool, bro. That's my dog.
That's my bro. Yeah, for sure. You know Smitty?
Smitty, which one?
Barber Smitty?
Yeah.
The rapper Smitty?
Well, I know D'Angelo Smith. He's Smitty too, but he's my age.
That's the Smitty you added to the group.
Is it?
Yeah, Smitty.
Yeah,
that ain't
D'Angelo
Smitty.
Two Smitty.
Smitty Smith.
Yep.
That's him.
D'Angelo Smith.
He had both. I mean, he had to roll into a chat, and that dude wasn't talking.
Yeah,
and he like, "What's up with you?" He wait you.
Damn, that's it was your fault. He said, "What's to you, bro? I'm trying to keep you in the loop."
You coming to the show? What?
I realized.
He probably like, what show is this dude?
Hey, I realized y'all turned on your plates.
You got this upside down on purpose.
Yes.
Okay. Keep it not too hot on it.
No, the nice part is at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's right there, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. You had it turned around the last time, and I turned it back
really
around.
loud, so it's cool.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
For sure. Those things are omnidirectional.
For sure. And I cut mine back on too.
Feel the blast. What'd you say about that Drake over there?
Boy, bartender. Hashtag buy with Norm, cry with Norm, and try with Norm. We're gonna do it
sell you a
all.
house and make you a drink to toast with.
That's how I be telling people them houses.
Get them lit.
Hey, that's how we be getting them on this show.
I don't drink, mister. Hold on, I'm just gonna take this little drink. Next thing you know, they bought the damn house.
It was something about the lemonade.
It was so strong. It just gave me such a good feeling.
Just a good feeling. I bought a crib.
What'd you say? I just trust him. I just
I
knew the
woke
one
up
he
and I had
showed
a
me
house.
was right.
I woke up and I had a
when
house.
I hit, you know I'm gonna hit.
You definitely gonna hit that lotto.
I'm buying a crib, bro.
Welcome back to the All In Show.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is gonna be connected or part 2, but welcome back, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Norman. I thought you was gonna say it. Bro, Dusty. Yeah. I got you. Yeah.
That's a smoker, big joker.
Bro.
Yeah.
Gotta calm his nerves. Gotta calm his
Yes, sir.
calm his nerves. You alright, bro? You all good? So
You feel good. We great, you know?
Yeah, man. Blessed. Happy to have you on the
man.
show.
You making the moves, my boy.
Yeah.
Good. That's all good. I'm
Make
good.
the
You know, I'm
drinks
good.
and
That's
sell
all we
the
have.
houses.
I'm good.
Nephew making drinks.
Man.
That's what I will do. Make me a nice little cocktail.
It's just a little sip. It's just a little sip. Just a little sip.
They say, when in doubt, pinky out. What you got for me?
So,
Go ahead. No, you had one on you. Go ahead.
I did. I know we've been jabbing back and forth about the age, but I want to say, for you to be a young guy doing all this stuff, that's major, bro. Because not a lot of young guys have the patience to even do all that, let alone the funds and the mindset just to do what you're doing. Yeah, the focus, bro, just to even get started. So I want to commend you on that for one.
Appreciate that.
That's an example, man. A lot of young dudes don't know what they want to do.
Yeah.
And like you saw that black whatever it was.
Cadillac
Escalade.
Escalade.
They gonna see yours.
Yeah,
They
that's
gonna
for
be
sure.
like, what you do and what you gonna tell them.
Yep.
I sell houses.
Yeah, and I do. I mean, and that's another thing. I do try to ride nice all the time. So, I mean, a lot of people will see that as a flashy symbol, but in my profession, people look at you and they judge your skill by what you look like. So if I look like money, people think I know how to make money, and they think I know how to make money. They think I know what I'm doing.
That's true.
So like, you got to look at it from perspective of anything you go to. If you see somebody, even in their appearance, they're dressed. Right. You want to rock with them based off what you see.
Right.
And people see, oh man, he got a nice, let's say a $70,000 truck. He must be doing well. Yep. If he must be doing well, he must be selling a lot of houses. Yep. Now I could have hit the lottery. They don't know that. I could pay cash for it 20 years ago. They don't know. Yep. But when what you see is often what people think they get. Mm-hmm. So I always ride around in a nice car because I started out, I had Nissan Altima, you know, the thought mobile, as they say.
Yeah, the thoughty mobile.
But it was clean. It was clean. I had the subs in it and all that. But I thought in my head that, matter of fact, I started with the Nissan. I went to, my first open house was actually in Frankfurt. I had clients who mentioned the house in Frankfurt, a really expensive house. It was my first big deal. And I pulled up to the open house, packed open house. Whole street had nothing but cars that didn't look anything like mine. Yeah. Porsche, Range Rover, nice Dodges, sports cars.
Did it make you feel a type of way?
And hit my Nissan. I was like, man, I don't fit.
Yeah.
Now, my skill, my confidence was there.
Right.
But the image wasn't.
Right.
So even me personally, if I was to drive up there and I saw all these risks get out of their cars, I'm not going to go to the one in Nissan. Why would I?
Yeah.
He doesn't look like success. although success shouldn't be monitored by what you look like, it's just what it is. It's just what it is, especially in that line of business. The more you sell, the more money you should make, and the more money you make, people expect you to look like it. So
anybody who takes business seriously agrees with you 100%. So coming from the banking world where I'm at, that's why we wear the tie. That's the reason we have to have a collar. You know, instead of having just your polo on, the polo looks presentable as you as a person. But if you coming in with your $3,000 and you try to put away into some type of savings,
you want somebody.
You don't want
like
me in
money.
a polo. You want the guy who got on the tie. You want the guy who walk over with the dress shoes, come out with his hand on. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
The guy with the polo say, hey, come on over.
Man,
that's your friend. I'm gonna go to the guy with the tie.
That's my homie. I want to go to the guy to make money.
Bro, I'm gonna catch you on the way out. I'm gonna go to the guy with the tie.
If it don't work, I got you.
So I had to learn that, man. So I started wearing the vest, and so what he say make perfect sense.
We're gonna throw a little on top. I'm also black. And it's not a downfall, but it's reality.
So, bro, as a businessman, I know this is a side question. This as a businessman, being that you have a larger stature, a black man, do you realize? I mean, do you find yourself your approach has to be a lot softer, and not so much aggressive when you talk to people?
I'll give you a yes and I'll give you a no. It has to fit the scene. So I'm always me, no matter what. It's just a matter of how much me I give. Right. So I would say yes to being soft, but soft isn't really me. So I come off of the same playful, joyful, genuine person every time. Right. Most people receive that well already, so I don't.
But really the barrel voice doesn't come out.
I don't have to be overly assertive. I just be me, and me is receptive to most people thus far. Hopefully doesn't change.
It's been working so far.
And I say that because I learned in coming in the business world, the higher up you get and the more people you deal with when it comes to money, you start to get away from our culture naturally, right? So people outside of our culture take us easier when we don't come off as aggressive. I've learned that because I've had people with my natural loud voice. We all know how loud I can get, right? With my natural loud voice, I've offended them just being me. Yeah. My joke is taken way out of context. It was a simple, cheesy joke, but it was taken way out of context because I come off so raw.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're coming from. I get where you're coming from with that. I think I've been working with professionals and people for so long. I think I just learned it over time. Right. So I don't think I think about it now because I just know it. Right. So I worked in Walgreens. I worked mostly through Walgreens. I worked with so many people. I had so many employees that worked under me. I had to be mindful of how I spoke to everyone. Right. So I think translating into real estate is not really a chore or a task. It's just common practice now. Right. So I think I just deal with people according to how I was adapting to it before. Because obviously in retail, I got 16-year-olds, I got 50-year-olds, I got 70-year-olds, I got middle-aged people going through things like people have real life problems. When they come in to see me every day, I had to realize that I can't be the same all the time with everybody. Right. So I think it was just a awareness that came about that's now just it's
and it makes you a better business person too. Correct. Because at all times you become relatable. It's just a different relatable version of you. You had a question?
I did, but y'all answered it already.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Let's touch it. Let's touch everything.
Don't go there.
Let's get back to real estate.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite part about working real estate?
Closing day.
Closing day?
No, I'll burn it down for you. Not even. I mean, in general, I like the process of helping people. So, I mean, I say closing day. I obviously get paid somewhat after that, but. It's a real excitement for a lot of people, a big step for a lot of people. Man, it feels good. Like, it really feels good. Like, I honestly, there's times where I get emotional be seeing because some of the process people go through aren't easy. Yeah. Watching them come from calling me the first time 6 months before to where they come to is kind of crazy sometimes. Like, man, you did all this to get your life on track, because the crazy thing that people don't realize is that buying a home, not really just about buying a home. Once you're financially responsible is when you can buy the home. Mm-hmm. So going through that work is what really makes me excited to see you get there. Like a lot of people, because I'm not a financial coach, I'm not a credit repair specialist, but I offer my opinion to people at the very beginning on what I think you need to do. Yeah. Now, granted, it all works, but I'm not licensed to do so. I do it out of the kindness of my heart and out of my time, because I vowed to help people when I started. So I go by that same model when I do it, and I give the free consultation up front. So if people need it, some people don't need it. Some people come in and they're ready. They just know what they need to do. They own it. Got a pre-approval. Let's do this. But there's also some people that, hey, man, what do I need to do to buy a house? Oof.
Yeah, I see a house I like. I think that's what I want.
And they say, how's your credit? And some people come to me and say, oh man, I don't know. Okay, well let's, we can set up a time. We can go over all of that. Okay, how's tomorrow? So how's right now? So right now is actually cool. Pull up Credit Karma. Oh, Credit Karma. They say Credit Karma ain't good. Well, Credit Karma going to tell you more than what you know right now. So let's start with that.
And it's free.
Yeah, and it's free. So let's start with that. And really, people talk about that. I'm not sponsoring Credit Karma, but Credit Karma gives you the nitty gritty of the products.
Shout out people. Shout out
the platform.
There we go. The platforms. I couldn't even get the word out. My unk came out heavy.
There you go. So
shout out to the platforms that give you the ability to find out stuff.
Yep.
No matter how close they are or not.
Yep. So
because if you go on Zillow to find out the price of a house,
yes, sir,
you're definitely overshot.
Yes, sir. So you look at it from the perspective of, all right, they'll go on there and people be like, how's my credit to be? All right, they get on there, they get a 480. And they say, oh man, I can't buy a house right now. I say, okay, cool. We know that.
Yeah.
What is wrong with your credit? Let's go through that. Oh, I got 12 collections. All right. What's all on them? Oh, they're all $10. Okay, let's get rid of those collections.
Go pay them $10.
All right, cool. I mean, something's obviously it's different, but let's say, all right, how much credit card that you have? Oh, I don't got no credit cards at all. Okay, well, let's get those collections paid off. We can establish you some credit.
Right.
Or if you got credit cards and you got 80% balance, but the total credit limit is only $300. All right, let's pay them down to $10 and let's roll.
Right.
Because there's different factors you got to hit to make your credit great. Obviously, you guys might know a little more about it than the general public, but some people you're looking at, all right, to get your credit score to an optimal level, obviously the age of your credit history is the most, so having accounts open is the biggest thing. So whether it be car loans and open credit cards, don't ever close credit cards. I mean, most bankers will tell you that, or whatever in any profession. Once you have a credit line open, you keep it as long as you can, as long as it's not costing you anything mostly. But there's some that's worth the cost because you get stuff for benefits with credit cards, personal loans, just anything that helps you establish credit history. I'm a fan of getting kids on credit cards as an authorized user, as long as you're responsible with your credit. Now, that's a key word. Responsible with the credit that you're assigning to your kids. Because if you're not, you can screw them over early on too. But that's another thing. I won't tell anybody to do that because it's not always the best practice, especially if you're not responsible. But putting on for your offspring is very big to give people a head start because other cultures
we are not giving financial advice.
We are not.
Not even close.
Just a suggestion that I personally feel. That's all. So just things along those lines. So we're looking at it from perspective of getting people ready and figuring out the factors that are limiting them to not be ready.
Yeah.
So people getting to that point and figuring all that out and getting it all together and moving forward, saving and things like that, because there's a lot needs to go into it to be ready to buy a home. So when we get to closing day, it's like, man, you did it. Like a lot of people are emotional. Like there's people that call me crying afterwards. Like, I just want to thank you so much, and it made me tear. I'm like, man, look, I'm just trying to help.
This power.
Man, I'm just trying to help, but I do have an inkling for that to make sure I get you to the end. That's what I'm here for. So if I can do what I do, and if I can, I'll let you know from. But that hasn't been a time yet, so we're gonna keep it that way. Knock on wood. Anybody that calls me, I'm gonna be realistic. There you go, financial literacy. Let's talk about that. We'll do that.
Get that in because that's a big part of buying houses, and culturally, a lot of people don't know. They don't understand a lot of the lingos and the true purposes of buying a home. Because a lot of our elders, I know we your elder, but a lot of our elders.
You're no elder, man.
I'm your elder now.
Elder bar.
I was babysitting you singing the songs. Stop.
No, for real. You didn't know.
But for real. So a lot of them don't realize things like home equity line of credits and other things that other ways that you use your home and the equity in your home so that you come out the situation that you're in to take you to the next one. A lot of people go and put it on a credit card that has way more interest. Again, it's a financial literacy episode we need to have, which has an insane amount of interest. You're paying 24% trying to pay it down. Where if you'd have taken that out of your home, which you know you're gonna pay for anyway, at a way lower rate. Right now, I believe right now a home equity line of credit is probably sitting somewhere between 6.25 to 7% for most places, and that's high for a home equity line. But your credit cards right now, they're way higher.
21 to 25%. So you're saving 15%, which is big.
Yeah,
especially if it's
each payment. So as interest is occurring, and then with a home equity line compared to a credit card, home equity line of credit, if you are low that month, you can just pay the interest. Compared to a credit card, you have to pay the minimum at that high interest. You know what I mean? Right. So that month you paid off the interest, you just had the payment that's still sitting there. There's no interest gained on it. You get what I'm saying? Compared to a credit card, you have to pay some on the interest and some on the principal.
Plus whatever it is.
And whatever you haven't paid is still getting hit at that big mark. So there are a lot of pros and a lot of cons in there. A question I do want to ask you though: do you recommend that most home buyers obtain an independent homeowner inspection before they purchase the home.
100%. It's part of the contract. Usually some people have the right to waive it. I'm not one of those agents that recommend it at all.
Right.
Even if you don't ask for one repair, one thing to be fixed, at least you know to the best knowledge of the inspector that you choose. Because there's times where, especially in the market was crazy, there are people waiving inspections, and I've seen people walk away from the house right after they bought it because it was too much for them. So me personally, I do not recommend it. You have that option. You have whatever right you choose. But me personally, I don't think I sold a house one time to a homeowner, not an investor, that's not got a home inspection. So me personally, I don't recommend it, only because of the fact that knowledge is power. And if you have the knowledge to know something is crazy wrong with the house, as long as the inspector can see it, the inspectors can't see everything. But within the walls and eyesight and testing, I recommend it because you don't want to get into a house you know nothing about.
Is this making sense to you, everything we talking about?
Yeah, I'm just
Should we break
it
down more? You want to down some more?
Go ahead.
So,
I'm listening.
Working in the loan world, the reason I asked that question is, and this isn't just, I have personal people I know who've been down this road, and also, in my field seeing it. So what happens is this: when you go apply for the loan at a bank, there's an appraisal that's done. It's the same inspection, right? But this inspection is done primarily to cover the bank. Okay. That person's job is to say, hey, this house is worth this, not what's wrong with the house. This job is worth this. Okay. So if you're going to put a loan out for it, don't go too crazy away from this number, right? That's the smoothest, easiest way to explain it. So what his independent inspection is this person comes in and says, so I'm selling you the house, right? And this your realtor. He gets you somebody who comes in and they go, that sock is bad. Oh, these aren't up to what's wrong with it. Right. So now you realize how much money you're going to have to put into the house.
Right. To be within that value of it as well, or not value, make it less valuable.
Because like you said, if they waive it and there's stuff wrong with it, that stuff they got to.
And once you sign those contracts at the very end, you're stuck with it.
Bro, once you sign a home purchase, your first home, primary home, once you sign it, it's yours. There is no 2 days later, I don't like it, it ain't working.
So either way, you got to pay. So just say like, if I got a house and you got the inspector or whatever, you got the inspector and they said you need $5,000 done for work, hypothetically. We have to pay that, right?
Yeah, not necessarily. So that's my job. So at that point, during that contract, you have contingency periods, so where there's repair contingency periods, appraisal contingency periods, or any general inspections. Our job is to negotiate based on that. So you get the inspection for your knowledge as well as negotiation on the repair timeline. So you have to do it quickly. You don't got the whole time you're buying a house. You do it in the first 2 weeks or so. Our job is either negotiate a credit, negotiate the repair, or walk away from the house. You have all three options. So if you're not able to meet a need with the seller, you have the option to walk away. You have the option to renegotiate the price. There's many things that can be happening from that point.
Right.
And that's if we got that through you.
Like, well, in general,
I mean, just period. But if
know what he doing.
But if we waived it, it was like nah.
And then you don't have that option at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Correct.
Right.
So if you get the inspection, you have that option. If you waive the inspection, there is no see if they want to fix that roof. Yeah. We came back to get the lights when we were about to close. We saw that the roof was leaking. No, that's too bad. Okay. Stuff like that. So
it's smart to just do it.
It's smart to just do the inspection
if
because
you
at least aware of the things that are available.
If you look at it like an automobile, whenever you buy a car, you should have somebody take a look at the car. If you buy used, which your house is used, before you buy the car.
Even a new
Shout out to off screen.
No, but I got you though. That's what I was thinking. Like a car, like of course you don't look at. You gonna have one of your uncles come look at it with you.
And it ain't even always the homeowner trying to get over on you. They've lived there so long. Sometimes they don't know. They don't know.
It's not about trying to hide stuff. Some people do. Let me not say that.
They definitely do.
But some people might not even know themselves. They might not never had an inspection either. Right. So stuff could be going wrong, slowly deteriorating. They have no clue. Okay. They just live in there, and now they tell
somebody like my guy. He can have them add, they call home credits, right? So he can have them say, all right, look, we're just going to include that in the home. We're going to pay to get it. Once you get it, part of the loan is to pay for that. He can do that, right? He can convince them to do that.
As opposed to
they can fix it before you buy it. Let's hold off, let us fix it, and then come back.
You pretty much can finesse it if we just
if you got the right situation, And if sometimes it's up to the seller. They can say, no, we don't want to fix nothing. You just say, all right, I don't want the house. You go find another one, find something different. So you have a contingency period, what it's called, to get all your due diligence done.
And this is why you get a realtor instead of doing it on your own. Because you run into somebody like my man's, he gonna put you on. He gonna tell you, hey, we need to get that looked at by an independent person. Because no matter what you do, it doesn't matter if you have HUD helping you out. HUD isn't covering you. HUD is covering HUD's loan.
Right. Correct.
The bank is covering the bank's loan.
Nobody's looking out for you but you and
exactly
the person you trust to help you with the process.
I was just gonna say, the person, this is your go-to guy.
Yeah.
So
why waive it?
Because it costs money.
Excuse me. Why waive it?
Oh, I agree 100%. You shouldn't be buying a home if you aren't willing to pay what it takes to get the correct home.
Yep. And then I will say this: why waive it is a very good question, but there's many scenarios. But the most important one is some people waive it because they're competing. So like in the time where the market was crazy, you got 7 offers, people were waiving inspections just so they make sure they get the house. Because then the seller knows they don't have to worry about somebody coming to look at it and ask for any repairs. So they were like, we'll take it for $10,000 more than what you're asking for, no inspections.
Oh. And the person they'll do it, like they'll change it like that?
That's part of the negotiation. You can do that. The market was crazy. Now it's getting a little more regular. The interest rates are a little higher, but the market itself is cool enough to where you can negotiate a little more. Sometimes, and it depends on the house. There's still some houses that right out the gate, you see it, and 10 people want it. Cool.
So
you might have to compete.
So if I'm talking to a realtor and another realtor come and try to finesse you out of getting the house or whatever, how the case may be, like that can happen? Like it ain't no like contract with us talking like as a consultation?
So with me and you?
Yeah.
Depends. So me personally, I don't require that. Most people that work with me just work with me because they want to. But there are contracts you can sign with realtors right out the gate. If you just see one house where they have you sign and say, you work with me for the next 3 months,
Yeah.
I never forced that on nobody, but I've never had that issue. So you can talk freely amongst most realtors. A lot of them don't require either. But once you're under contract with a house, usually you're stuck with that realtor.
Gotcha.
So if you find a house, you sign a contract, and you're in the process of buying it, that's your person.
Gotcha.
So you in the middle, but oh, she ain't answering the phone enough. I want somebody else. Pretty much too late.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Which makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, this ain't a little purchase. So the $300, $500, $600 appraisal, whatever you want to call it, we call it appraisals. But if you want to call it inspection, to make sure There's two different ones. Appraisal and inspection separate. So make sure talk to us. Come on, break it down.
Appraisal is depending on if it's FHA, conventional, VA. They're different. So FHA will come in. They're there to assess value based on comparable sales, things like that. But they'll also make sure the house is safe, secure, and sound. So they have checkpoints they have to go through, whether it be make sure outlets are covered, updated, nothing, there's no fire hazards, foundation is structurally sound to the eye test, and things along those lines, handrails installed, things like that. That's FHA. We get a conventional loan, they're only there to make sure the house isn't falling over and is at value by what they see. The home inspection is where they go through and test things, look at things, crawl spaces, attics, everything along those lines to test things and make sure everything is as it should be. The appraisal is to protect the bank, as he said, so make sure everything is to the eye test what it needs to be. After they agree the appraisal is sound and the value is there, you go buy that house. Anything happens after that is on you to fix it, not on the bank. And if you foreclose, the banks get that house. Like it's just that's a whole other thing. Yeah. But they just make sure the value is there for that reason, because if you foreclose, they want to make sure they're not losing too much money.
Gotcha.
So the inspection is to make sure you protect and know things are moving and operating as they should.
Okay, so like you said, eye level for appraisal.
Yep, eye test. Oh, that's cool. Outlets work and everything. All covers are on. Excuse me. Toilets flush. Water's working. Gotcha. And they get up out of
that inspection.
Any check that you didn't pay for to be on your behalf, you have to assume it's not for you. It's for whoever the money is being fronted from.
That's a good point.
That's it. Period.
If you didn't pay for it, it's not for you. That's a good shit. I never thought of that.
If you ain't paid for it, how is it for you? And I'm just saying this on my side for the bank. Yeah. Shout out to the bank I work for. I ain't dropping no names.
Shout out to the bank he worked for. We gonna find out because he be snitching. Hey, big snitch. We gonna find out the bank.
You gonna snitch on the show, bro?
That's tough.
I can just sit back if he's snitching. I like this.
That's tough. Ay.
Good.
Ay.
One thing I'm gonna tell him. You gonna tell on something.
So what is the strangest, craziest, weirdest thing that you've had happen while you've been practicing real estate?
Oof.
Or give us one. It don't even have to be the worst.
I'll just say I've been arrested once.
Ooh.
For being at a house and the neighbors didn't think I should be there, and the police came and actually detained. Well, let me not say arrested. They detained me because they thought I shouldn't have been there either because I wasn't dressed in the attire that looked like I was a realtor.
Right.
Yep. So I just
you ain't had a complexion for the potential.
Unfamiliar place. That's crazy, they didn't even ask for my credentials. They took me in with no questions asked and asked me questions when we got to the station. So that would be the craziest. I was in Richton Park.
Yeah.
Yep. And not a
shout out to Richmond Park.
Let's not shout them out. They did me dirty. They did me dirty. No, but it all got sorted out. It took some time. It cost me a little bit of gas on my truck. My truck was running. Shout out to the good diesel mileage, but it's okay. You know, but yeah, I would say that's the most outside the normal thing that's happened to me thus far. And I've had random things, but that would be the one that just sticks out the most.
What's the craziest thing you ever happened to you on the job site?
Which one?
It don't matter. The craziest, weirdest, strangest.
No.
Yeah,
you know, as a DJ boy, he always stuff.
Yeah, but we can't go into too much detail.
We ain't gonna do the DJ part.
Sure.
Not that the DJ life.
But 911, we can't go too much into that, but you do get a lot of crazy calls. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
You get a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, I guess for 911, you ain't got to explain. We understand.
Yeah.
You just got to, like I said, be calm and just...
You ever hear something so bad they funny? You can't help but laugh as soon as you get off the phone?
But like, you got to... It's like...
When you get off the phone.
Fam, it's like a punch. Like, you got to take it and hold it.
Yeah.
And keep your cool.
No laughs.
You can't.
You get off the phone weak.
Bruh.
You gotta mute the phone.
What with the what?
Some stuff be crazy, man.
So you got your cat hanging upside down by his tail. What reason?
What kind of freak show going on? But I mean, it's all about helping them, so you gotta kind of think it like that. But as far as DJing, the craziest thing, bro.
Come on.
I've dropped.
Is that when you was talking about the ops?
No, bro. Not that. No, not that.
I can't tell that story. That's what I can't snitch on.
Shout out.
We'll tell you that after the show.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna do a new shout out, bro. Shout out to my son, mama, bro.
Ooh,
okay,
shout out to the baby
the
mama.
love is there. The love is there.
So look, we DJing a party, bro. We kicking it, relaxing. Party turned up, bro.
Give some
Drink sitting there, we chilling. So I see her sit the drink down. So in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna grab it, but I ain't think nothing of it. We lit it. Somehow somebody bumped it. Whole computer just shut down, bro. Mid party, bro. Like 12:30. Y'all know everything closed out here at 2.
Yeah.
It was about 12:37.
Ain't nothing you could do. Computer
All
going.
you saw was
no music, no nothing.
Standing there looking like a fool, bro.
You can't even plug it to the phone to try to play it off.
She looking crazy. I'm looking crazy.
Say plum fool.
Plum fool, bro. So
you had to give him some money back?
I didn't. Shout out to them because they weren't tripping. We ended up getting another DJ. Shout out to Swift. He came in and took over. But yeah,
that's tough.
That was tough, bro.
That was really tough.
You had to eat it up because it was somebody at the time I was dealing with. So you couldn't trip.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You got an exclusive on your episode, bro. You shout out the baby mama.
Right. Well, he about to reconfess his love. It's something.
Don't do all that, bro. See now?
I don't want a boy.
Leave it here. But yeah, man.
You with it.
That was tough. That probably was. That was the toughest one.
Yes, sir.
Tough,
the toughest, the craziest I ever had, I was a property inspector, right? So we had to climb and inspect roofs. I'm in Hammond. I'm on this roof. And this woman, was it Hammond or Maryville? It don't matter. I'm in Indiana. This woman, while I'm on the roof, I'm at the top of it, comes up and takes my ladder.
I think I remember this, bro.
Off the house and says, "What are you doing here?" I said, "Ma'am, is this your home?" She said, "No, I'm the neighbor. I'm worried. What are you doing here?" I said, "Ma'am, I need you to give me back this ladder. I'm on a roof and I'm afraid of heights." I need my ladder back. I said, "I'm just doing my job. My badge is in the car. All my cards and everything are in the car."
So she just took the ladder and started talking to you.
Bro, call the police. Police come. I said, "Officer, look, I've been up here for 10 minutes on this roof." I said, "I'm finna throw up. I'm so scared on this roof. Can you please go to my car's unlocked? Can you go to my driver's side? My badge is there and my cards are there." He's like, "Well, why don't you have it on?" I said, "Because I'm on a roof." So if I lose it, I can't just go grab it off a roof.
Yeah.
So he goes and looks at it. He's like, "Ma'am, you got to put the ladder back for him to get up there." She's like, No, I don't trust him." She argued with her for 5 minutes, but he told her, "Ma'am, I'm going to have to take you in for," I forgot what he told her, but "I'm going to have to take you in for," and then so they had to put the ladder back up there, and it's not as sound as I had it on there.
Yeah, for
Did they take her in?
No, she went back home. She was yelling from her yard the whole time.
That's crazy.
Wow.
See, that's crazy, bro. Them Karen, bro.
Bro, she was definitely a Karen. It was, bro, I'm on the top of this roof.
That's tough.
It was tough.
I don't trust him. What would you do on top of the roof? Were you breaking in the house to the roof?
That's what I asked the officer. I said, there ain't no windows on this roof.
Breaking in the house on the roof? I'm just
ain't
saying,
no windows on this roof.
With a ladder in broad daylight.
In daylight. I'm Santa Claus.
Wow.
Daylight.
Just
No
and a
suit.
polo
Friday after next.
and a polo and some tan pants. I look like I'm at work. I look
Santa
like
Claus.
Common.
You light skinned, so that's crazy.
Next
Robin
question.
the
I
Hood.
can see if that was
Next
me.
question.
Robin the Hood.
Man, Robin
Hey,
the
man,
Hood
Robin.
on the roof.
How would your coworkers and clients describe you? That was funny.
Motherfucking roof.
I just want to be free.
On the roof, bro.
Bruh.
How? What the fuck I'm
was
stealing
almost
from
in
off
tears.
the roof?
The ground was shaking and moving.
Man,
Jesus kept whispering to me, "You want to come home? You want
Y'all
to come
gonna
home?"
arrest me? Y'all gotta put this ladder back on the cover. Get
True
me.
story, bro.
Take me to
Scariest moment I ever had in my life.
Nuts.
And I took the job because I was afraid of heights. So I was trying to break the whole fear of heights.
Wow,
This is when I first started. Like I'm like 3 or 4 months
You
in.
was on the spiritual ride, my
That
brother.
broke the shit out you.
Man, I
Yeah,
would
they
have sat at
did.
that car for about 15 minutes. Like, look,
Humble little bumble, huh?
can I quit? Is it wrong if I quit?
This is
Yeah,
something.
Can I go home to my woman and explain to her why I quit this good job?
Not that day, bro. Lord have mercy.
That's tough.
That's crazy.
So my coworkers would describe me as I don't know. Most people like to work with me, so I assume most of them think that I'm a go-getter. I get things done. That's a common concession. Like they like working with me because they know I do my best effort to get things closed. Okay. So I think it would be just a go-getter. I don't know. I think I'm a good dude. Most people like me, at least to my face.
You all right with me?
Yeah. I mean, we don't work together though.
Are you a stern boss or are you a lenient boss?
Well, I work for myself, and nobody works for me. So
Okay.
I'm just a guy.
No,
takes
he
care of
mean,
business.
but when you work, boss, is what he's saying.
No.
Well, no. Well, I mean, I can flip it then. So, on yourself, are you stern on yourself, or are you a cool?
I'm cool on myself too, because I hold my expectation where they need to be, and I keep it there. So, I mean, as long as I'm doing what I need to do, which I've done to this day, I'm gonna keep doing that. That's my. What else do I have to do? That's my job. So
That makes sense. That makes real sense.
I make it easy on myself. I take the time. I drink my drinks. I relax. I kick it. I have fun. As long as stuff's getting done, we cool.
It ain't stressful or nothing.
Be cool.
It's
We just gonna keep it rolling. I live my life.
Yeah, man.
I'll be able to, be at home when I need to be gone when I need to be.
Answer the phone for the
Answer the phone
agents.
when I need
while
to.
he
on the show. On the show.
Yes, sir.
Closing the show on the
Bro, we
show.
almost cut the show. He don't even know it.
Come on, man.
I don't care about his money. We on the show.
Say, I gotta get
Make
this
that money off the show.
I gotta figure out a way to get this money by tomorrow, Gotta figure out
What
a
he
way to
say?
get this
Anime
money
only
by
got like
tomorrow.
35.
I only got 35, 45 now.
That's all I got.
got some clothes, some cars.
That's all I got
That's
now.
all I got now.
That's all I got
That's
now.
all I got.
She can't have the name.
That's all I got now.
That's my daddy name.
Don't start, bro.
So you gonna take everything I
Not
got?
on the show.
You gonna take everything I got. Say my money, my clothes, my name.
That's all I got.
That's
What
my
the fuck?
daddy name.
You cool? They hit home for you?
Bro, he made it sound like his daddy made the name. Like he ain't get it from his daddy.
Fuck it.
That's
the same
my
day my
daddy.
daddy died. So?
Jesus.
I write the hits. What he
I
say?
like the hits. The fuck? Give a fuck when your daddy died? Bruh.
No, we can do this all day. My bad. Let me
Yeah,
stop.
sure.
This what we.
Bro, let's get back.
This what we do
I
when
feel
it's
you.
just me and him.
Nah,
You
he
see me
jumped
and my brother,
in.
we cool.
That's what it got it
Yeah.
going. So,
Bruh, that's the same
Look,
thing.
lucky my brother didn't come up
died.
here. My brother come here like, name that movie. He gonna
you
be
ain't
all
gonna
day.
hit me like you hit her, Ike.
It's okay. No, it ain't. It
It ain't okay.
Wish I had long hair right now.
Bruh. Bruh.
We gonna start this thing off slow.
Man, look, man.
Get it going. Bro, we can do this all.
You're good.
Do you offer consumer services online?
No.
No, gotta holler at you.
Gotta holler at me. There's no automated, no nothing. It's all me.
Okay. So
So
if
if
they
I'm-
wanted to reach out to you, how they reach out to you?
You can get on my Facebook, Norm T. Gaskin, or we can 815-386-4930. They put a card on the front of the screen so you'll see it. You can email me, but a text or call is fine. That is my direct number. So that way, when you see it, you know it's me. When you call it, it's definitely still me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all see his ass.
Yes, sir. Don't mind the smile. I had gas. We good.
So what makes you stand out as a realtor? He keeps that going. I told you got a lot of jobs on this show. This part is editing.
That man raw.
Is he? You call it raw?
That boy raw.
He's special.
And that boy not. That
He good. He good.
That boy real good.
He good.
Look at him, Ray.
Good.
Look at him, Ray.
You must be crazy.
Look at him, Ray. Look at that boy nice.
You must be crazy.
That boy nice. Look at him, Ray.
That's jiggling. He no, what he say? He said he just can't get right, boss. Can't get right.
But no, man. I would say me standing out as a realtor is only about me being me and being genuine.
Okay.
I'm not saying that other realtors are not, but I pride myself on being me and being genuine at all
in
times.
The business world is a big thing.
Yeah, genuine. So anything I tell you, I mean it. I can sell a house to anybody. So I'd rather every single person get the full experience they're looking to get. So it'd be a matter of, all right, cool, I can sell anything to anybody, so I don't want to BS you at any point in time.
You sound like that clock. You sound like that clock boy.
Man, you feel me? That boy real nice.
That boy real nice.
But yeah, just look at it from that perspective. I want somebody to be truthful to me. So like when you go...
I'm sorry, bro.
Well, y'all
it's
terrible.
him. It's
y'all
him.
terrible.
He know he can keep it going.
Just get a little nigga's ball back, bro. I'm done. For real. Sorry.
Bro, I ain't never did the Carl laugh on the show. That's
sorry.
On that note, we're gonna take a motherfucking break.
Sorry, bro.
All in
didn't
show.
interrupt your question.
No, we good.
Gaskin,
We good.
Real estate
Bing,
legend.
bing.
Yeah.
He legend.
Yeah. Okay.